Okay, so this is house 1 here at the Burnley Nursery, and this is the fog house or the mist house. So this is where we put cuttings most of the time. So your oca and your tomato cuttings are in here. By the way, Sash is behind the camera.
Hello all.
She's going to speak to a few of the issues here, so come in quickly. So what we have is so-called bottom heat, which means that the pots are being, getting some warmth, which helps promote root growth. It's about 25 degrees Celsius, is that right, Sash?
So at the moment it's about 22.
22, there you go.
At the bench heat.
Yep.
And that changes a little bit with outside heat and cool. But yeah, we aim for a temperature between 18 and about 23 generally. Yep.
So, because remembering that cuttings by definition have no roots, so it's all about producing roots. So it's quite shaded to lessen evaporation. And of course we have fine droplets, so mist, which helps the plants, the stem portion of the plant, stay turgid rather than just being drenched with water. The moisture is actually getting into the stems as well. But here you go. Here are your cuttings. And there's the oca. Now they're a bit stretched, they're etiolated because they're not getting enough light, but that's okay. Eventually we'd harden them off, meaning we'd put them into a higher light environment.
Some did well.
Oh yes,
some did not so well.
The tomatoes were poor material that we used in the beginning. Normally there'd be a much higher strike rate. But we're going to go into the tutorial room to... camera angle looks a bit strange there, Sash. I don't know. Please don't
you look wonderful.
Please don't film up my nose. Let's go in here and have a look at some of them. I can show you the roots.
You're just going to come for a walk through the nursery, virtual crack class.
Okay, let's do it.
Maintaining social distance.
Oh yeah.
So we've brought your cuttings in from the fog house, some of them, and we're going to show you the root structures so far. And how many weeks is this after taking the cuttings, Chris, approximately?
It's exactly a month. So this was done on the 20th of the 3rd. And as we said at the time, we had quite diseased, not particularly healthy tomato material. And sure enough, some of them were pretty awful. And we're going to throw them out. There's no point keeping these tomato cuttings, but we are keeping the oca cuttings for you guys, so you can have them when you come back. But
I'll
look
move
at
towards...
You can see the...
You want to take it under the light there, Chris?
Yeah, sure. That's right. You stay away from me, Sash.
I'm trying. Okay, so that's the root growth that you've got in a month, which is not bad, is it?
That's right. And we'll try to remember to show you what happened to the cuttings in the field station that you did as well. Meanwhile...
Do you want to have a look at the oca?
Absolutely.
Roots?
Now they have a really fine root system, and often you can barely see the roots. Oh, you can see them there.
Yeah, they're a bit more difficult to see. You can see that little network of white roots.
But what I'm going to do now is just be a bit destructive, because what's interesting about oca is they start forming tubers pretty much as soon as equinox starts. So that was literally, actually it turned out the 20th of the 3rd when we did the prac was equinox. So I'm hoping there'll be a little baby tuber forming here, and I'm proved wrong. Oh, there you go. Science doesn't always work. I have to do one more now. Sorry, this was that. That was, oh, that was Lockie. Sorry, Lockie.
Sorry, Lockie.
There's plenty more to go around. This is Megan. Or is it Megan? Not sure. Let's see. I got a bad feeling maybe the low light has affected. Yeah, no, here we go. Okay, so they're not forming tubers.
No?
But anyway, you can see how the tubers are forming in the field station. You can see the roots coming off the cutting there. So you would say this has been successful.
That's pretty good for 4 weeks.
Very good, yeah.
Really?
So just to remind you, the tomatoes are being thrown out. They were pretty awful this year, but we did show you the roots. It does work. Oca we're going to keep, and they will form. We'll put them into a higher light environment now. So I think they will form some small tubers. They'll probably die back over winter, and but the plants will be available for you guys to take home and then grow for next year's crop.
Beautiful.
All right, Sash, so...
Can I point out one thing before we go? So you'll notice here, we've got a fairly healthy cutting there, and here we have a very not healthy cutting, but you can also see some fruit there. So having the fruit removed is pretty essential in getting a good cutting going.
Yes.
Because if you have fruit on that cutting, the plant is going to try and just continue to get sexual reproduction out of that tissue rather than going to asexual reproduction.
Good one.
All right, we'll see you guys soon.
Yes, very much so. We might even do a quick video on garlic right now.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.